going to use today, okay? So I'm going to count to about 30 in my head. I'm going to give you time to get out your notes from yesterday on multiplying and dividing fractions. They should be out on your desk right next to you, okay? So I can see Renee has them out. I can see Carly has them out. I can see Jackson has them out. I can see Jenna has them out. And Blaze.
And Rebecca.
And Rebecca and Jaden and Elizabeth and Ada. So I should be able to, Mr. H should be able to look at your desk. We should be able to see the notes from yesterday out. Okay. You don't get out your notes from yesterday. Put them on your desk. Okay. All right. If they're in your notebook, absolutely, that's fine. But you need to have those notes out so you can access them, okay? Quickly, we are going to go over how to convert a mixed number to an improper fraction one more time, okay? This is something we've gone over really several times. We went over it in our second unit with scale drawings. We went over it in Unit 3 with adding and subtracting integers. Oops. We are in Unit 5, okay? So make sure you have this information down. This should be something we're all able to do, but just again as a review, let's go. So if we start with a mixed number, which is a whole number and a fraction, okay? So you are writing this in your notes. To convert this to an improper fraction, so we have a mixed number and we want to go to an improper fraction, which basically means that the numerator is larger than the denominator, okay? We are going to take the denominator from the fraction, you multiply it by that whole number. So 3 times 6 gives us 18. We take the product of 3 times 6 and we add it to the numerator. So we take 18 plus 5. 8 plus 5 is 13. Okay, so this gives us 23. Our denominator stays the same. 23/6. Okay, and that is the improper fraction we'll use. Okay, so that's a quick review. Right now, you should have this information in your notes. You are going to be using this today. One thing I want you to do to practice for rally coaching is if you hear me use one of our words, just make a little tally mark on your paper. Okay, you're keeping track of my math language today. If you hear me say reciprocal, simplify, multiply, divide, divisible, numerator, denominator, those are the words I should be using. Okay, Jackson.
Let's say we got 20 over 6. Would we still simplify? Or would you just leave it?
Typically, when you convert a mixed number to an improper fraction, we won't simplify. But yeah, if for some reason that happened, you would go ahead and simplify that.
So because we are multiplying and dividing, don't simplify until your end process. If I just ask you to change it to an improper fraction and simplify, then sure. But right now, we're just trying to get it to an improper fraction so that we can finish the operations. Okay.
So this is where it's really important for you to have out your notes from yesterday, okay? Because today, and I'm going to give us an example, you are going to see problems that look like this. You are going to be responsible for rally coaching your partner for problems that look like this. So, an example would be 4 2/5 times 3/4. Okay? We have a mixed number. We have a fraction. We are multiplying. For us to be able to multiply these two numbers together, what do we have to do to the mixed number? Addie? Absolutely. We have to take this first mixed number and we have to convert it to an improper fraction. Okay? So, let's do it. I'm going to bring it down here. 4 2/5. 5 times 4 gives me 20. 20 plus 2 is 22. That gives us 22/5. Then I'm going to come down and I'm going to rewrite this. 22/5 times 3/4 equals. This part is where it's the same, right? You already have the rules for multiplying fractions. Somebody walk me through this. We're listening for the math language. Who's going to walk me through this? How do I solve this problem? 22/5 times 3/4. We can do this. Oh, I don't want to just call on anybody. Somebody be brave. We're
Come on, folks,
good.
you're gonna be doing this
Yeah.
here in a second. You have
Yeah.
to be able to do this.
Yep. Renee, thank you for being brave.
Times the two denominators.
What are we going to do with the numerators? Are we going to times them or are we going to... We are going to multiply the numerator. All right. So 22 times 3. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do 22 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. So that gives us 66. So we multiply the numerator. Okay? What's our next step, Renee?
Multiply 5 multiply the denominators.
Nicely done. Multiply the denominator. 5 times 4 gives us 20. Are we done? Okay, what can we do next? What's our mathematician word that we used? Do you want to continue? Yeah? We are going to simplify, okay? What are both 66 and 20 divisible by? Oh, show me with your fingers. Absolutely. They're divisible by 2, okay? So 66 divided by 2, 20 divided by 2. 66 divided by 2 is 33. 20 divided by 2 is 10. Is this simplified? Either give me a yes or give me a no. Yes, this is simplified. We can't simplify this anymore. We're going to go ahead and circle that. Okay? What did we do here in this problem that was different from yesterday? There really is just one thing that was different. What was different? Addie?
You have mixed numbers and you're trying to
Yeah, the only thing different, and I heard some people over here say it too, is we have a mixed number, we have to change it to an improper fraction. Okay? So, if we had two mixed numbers, what would you have to do? Owen?
Change them both to an improper fraction?
Yeah, we'd have to change them both to an improper fraction. All right? Okay, what questions do you have on that? Because we're going to move to division, so you have some time to work with your partner. We good? Okay. All right, here's another example. This is going to be division. You ready? So we are going to have, I love the number 3. I don't know why, but I always put 3s up here. Let's do 5. 5 and 4 fifths. Okay, divided by 3 and 1 half. Okay, so right now we have two mixed numbers, Addie and Owen, and I heard Stephanie say, when we have a mixed number, we have to change it into, everybody say it on the count of three. We have to change it into a 1, 2, 3.
Improper fraction.
Yeah, we have to change it into an improper fraction, so let's do it. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 plus 4 gives us 29 fifths. Okay? Divided by, okay, because we still need to change this to an improper fraction. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 7 halves. Okay. Only thing different from yesterday is that we have an improper fraction. What do we do now? Because right now we are just dividing fractions just like we did yesterday. Okay, Owen.
Make the second fraction a reciprocal.
Okay, so we're going to make the second fraction a reciprocal. So the first step would be to do what, Owen?
So flip it.
We're going to rewrite. Okay, what happens to the division sign?
Turn it into a multiplication sign.
Okay, and I'm going to use the dot. Okay, so we have 29 times, and Owen used the word reciprocal. Nicely done. 2 7s. What's our next step? T. We're going to multiply the numerators. I'm going to have to come over here and do that. 29 times 2. 9 times 2 is 18. Regroup. 4 times 4 is 4 plus 1 is 58. Okay, so we have 58 in our numerator. What's our next step? Kendall.
5 times 7.
Okay, what do we call these numbers, Kendall? In the bottom half of a fraction. Denominator. So 5 times 7 is 35. Ooh. I don't know about simplifying this. Yeah, can we simplify 58 over 35? No. So, we're good. Okay. All right. You have notes. You have examples from today. You have notes on how to convert a mixed number into an improper fraction. Okay. All of those things need to stay out. I see people putting stuff away. Leave that out because you're going to need that to rally coach.
There is a very good chance that tomorrow you have a quiz. I mean, there's a very good chance that on multiplying and dividing fractions, you will have a quiz.